ब्रेकिंग न्यूज है आपके लिए। अमेरिकी सदर डोनाल्ड ट्रंप का कहना है कि ईरान का मामला बड़ी डील के साथ खत्म हो जाएगा। हम ईरान के साथ मामला को बहुत कामयाबी से संभाल रहे हैं। वो एक टेलीफोनिक इंटरव्यू दे रहे हैं, उनकी गुफ्तगू सुनवाते हैं आपको।
But the worst I've ever heard is the railroad in California, and I think this might be worse. Think of it. I would have fixed that building, beautiful, quickly. 25 million would have been like a brand new building. I would have, all the ceilings would have been left. All those beautiful thick walls with gorgeous moldings would have been left. You're going to get a sheetrock ceiling, a sheetrock wall without insulation. They said, sir, insulation's not in the budget. Insulation costs you $100 a room. The whole thing is crazy, and they're at $4. I think it's going to cost more than $4 billion when it's finished.
But it would
somehow Joe, somehow we have to find out how this can happen. It's not the first time. How does this happen? Did the contractor make $3.5 billion?
Right.
You know,
if the banking committee could take it over.
I can't imagine that Too Late is taking money on construction. I can't. But it's possible. But we have to find out, why is a job that should have cost $25 million costing billions and billions of dollars? You know, I built the hotel. It's now the Waldorf. I sold it to Waldorf, and it's now the Waldorf. I built it for $201 million. It's a bigger building than the federal, and it was hotel rooms with bathrooms and, you know, partitions, and it's much more expensive to build a hotel room than it is a nice empty office space, right? And I built that for $201 million. This now is 8 years ago or so, but think of it. This building, you look at it, it's a little building. It's over, I think it's going to cost over $400 billion. And here's the thing. It's going to be nothing compared to what it was. They spent $4 billion, and it's nothing compared to what it was. It was beautiful. It had beautiful ceilings. They were all destroyed. They took them down. I don't know why.
If the DOJ, though, if this goes forward with Department of Justice and it delays him being confirmed, Kevin Warsh, it's kind of counterproductive for what you're trying to do in terms of changing the MO of the Fed up to this point. So I'm just trying to look for an off-ramp to get for you.
Well, it is and it isn't, Joe. You have to find out why a thing like that could happen, because if you have hundreds of projects like that, you know, very few are like this, but if you had hundreds of projects like that, you have to find out why that happens. I mean, because we obviously don't do it right, but, you know, we have some great people in government that can do jobs. I built under budget, ahead of schedule. I'm doing a ballroom now. It's a much bigger job than that, and it's going to cost, depending on finishes, like $300 million. It's a much bigger job than that. It's ahead of schedule, and I have lawsuits every week from all these people, all the do-gooders that, you know, that stop progress in our country.
But, I'm going to give Becky a chance, Mr. President, to get you to...
And you can have some extra time. I know my people said 20 minutes, but you can have some extra time.
That's good.
You can even put Andrew on the phone. You know, you told me Andrew would not be there. And I said, I don't care.
That was last week. That was last week.
You could even put Andrew on.
Thank you, Mr. President.
You know, Joe made a comment to me. When he tried to get me on, he said, I promise I'll have Andrew Rorschach, and he will not be there.
He is there.
And you can put him on. It's okay.
I didn't say I'd have him. I said he's not in last week, but then you canceled because you were on the West Coast.
Thank you, Mr. President. Well, I'll chime in a minute.
There, and that's
he's going to be so...
Becky,
but I don't mind if he's there. I like him. I respect him. He's just wrong on a lot of issues.
There you go.
Okay, go ahead.
Mr. President, thank you.
अमेरिकी सदर डोनाल्ड ट्रंप टेलीफोनिक गुफ्तगू कर रहे थे, जिसमें उनका यह बयान सामने आया है। वो कहते हैं कि ईरान का मामला बड़ी डील के साथ खत्म हो जाएगा। हम ईरान के साथ मामलों को बहुत कामयाबी से संभाल रहे हैं। हम मुज़ाकरात में मजबूत पोजीशन में है, जंगबंदी में तोसी नहीं चाहता। अमेरिकी सदर डोनाल्ड ट्रंप का कहना है कि ईरान का मामला बड़ी डील के साथ खत्म हो जाएगा और हम ईरान के साथ मामलों को बहुत कामयाबी से संभाल रहे हैं।